So today we are going to redo this tank. This was the tank that previously had my axolotl Geralt in. He unfortunately passed away. He went in for an operation and unfortunately they couldn't do any more for him. So he's gone now, and you'll notice we've got a few more fish in this tank. So at the moment this tank has got the zebra danios in. It's got some Glowlight danios, some white cloud mountain minnows, and there are some little dwarf barbs there. So it's doing very well, but I will be looking into getting some fire-bellied newts. So I've got to redo the tank to ensure that there is a land area available for the newts to climb up onto, but I've also got to be careful because newts will climb out of the tank. So we're going to try a central island, which means that we will pile up some stone and wood in the centre so that it doesn't touch the sides of the glass, and that will enable the newts to climb onto the wood that I'll place on top, but they won't be able to climb out of the tank. We'll have to have a think about what to do with the inlet and outlet, because they obviously come out of the tank. So they are over in the far corner over here. So we'll see what we can do with some stuff for that at some point later. This tank is in front of our sink, so you will unfortunately see our tap while I'm doing the build, but we'll keep that as low profile as possible so you can see what we're doing. So the first thing that we're going to do now is just take some of the water out of the tank and pop the plants in a bucket, and then I can reduce the water right down so that I can catch the fish out and pop them in a bucket too. So now I'm going to take some more water out. I try to keep as much of the water from the tank as possible, so those will go into a bucket so that I can actually put the fish in that bucket, and then hopefully it will save at least a portion of the beneficial bacteria that was in the water. It won't make too much of a difference, I don't think, but I try to do it where I can. So I've got some bags of gravel that I used in the last scape, so I'm just going to actually take the gravel out the bags and use that because it will be full of beneficial bacteria, and then I will top it up with some more gravel. I also have a small bag of aqua soil which I'll use a bit of here, but I will also use some other substrate as well to help the plant growth towards the edge. we're going to get the fish put back in. I've collected them up from their little temporary home. Last night I put some quick start beneficial bacteria in, as well as some water conditioner, and just left it overnight, and as you can see it's nice and clear. I did a small water change this morning, but what I actually did is I put some of the water that the fish were staying in back into the tank, so they've got a little bit of the beneficial bacteria here in the tank. So let's get these fish back into their habitat. We've been acclimatising in the bowl because the water that they were in was a little bit cooler than this one. So hopefully they're all warmed up and we'll get them in now. So it will probably take them a little while to get settled. They have decided that behind there is their safe space, so I will just take the camera off the stand and take you for a walk around.